have the other ones available in there. But
So, Luke, what are you drinking today?
Coca-Cola.
Morning on the way to the gym and set my ukulele on top of the car and then drove off down the road.
I need a bow after that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Yo! I learned my lesson from last night. What a welcome, thank you. I drink the most fruity drinks imaginable.
It's laundry day.
it's laundry day.
So you always wear hats with laundry day?
Peter did you a favor, James. I just say, no, believe it.
So how did you two meet?
Well, there's these places in San Francisco. I think they're called bathhouses.
It's like one of those things where everyone wants to focus on like the big events that happen, but day to day, what we're doing is we're on like one of our drawstrings, smoking weed, making comics. It's chill. It's so much fun, and like
Yes. Man, I'm not a YouTuber. I do this because I want to sell comic books. Yes, guys. Woohoo! It is Sunday. This means another episode of A Drink with Brink, where I talk with other indie creators about their hopes and their dreams and their books and their campaigns. Because, frankly, I'm done with mainstream. Mainstream is boring, kind of sucks, and indie is where the passion is, guys. So yes, I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend. I heard there was Super Bowl this weekend, so I'm very glad and grateful that you're here with me to watch my humble little show. I've been working this weekend on this a little bit of secret project. Something is in the works. It's great. It's really cool. I'm looking forward to it, and it's for fans of our comic books. It's for the collectors. It's something specifically for the collectors. I hope I can show you guys more pretty soon. And for those who have backed Perfect 10 issue 4, which is still live on Indiegogo, the link is in the description of the video. Critical Blast has started shipping out books through the United States. So you will get those books pretty soon. That's pretty cool. And you can still back. So you can still back maybe until the end of this month. I had to take down the commission tier, the personal commission tier, because the artist Pau, he shipped out all the commissions to me and to Critical Blast. And to keep the shipping costs low, we ship it in bulk. So I had to take it down, so you can no longer buy original art from Pau. But next campaign, we will make sure there's something for those people. Also, if you love original personal commissions. All right, let's see who's in the chat with us today. Corey Barton. Corey Barton is first. Welcome, Corey. How are you today? Yeah. Corey's first, and Corey made a fantastic pin-up for our art book, a free art book that everyone gets when they back Perfect 10 issue 4. Welcome, Corey. And Alec Horowitz. Welcome, Alec. How are you today, sir? And Mike, always good to see Mike. Good evening to you, and cheers to another good drink hosted by the most genuine man in Indie Comics Day. Thank you so much, Mike. Welcome to see you. And yes, hot looking Andromenoid, Corey. Yes, Corey has a book in the works called Andromenoids. The sign up page is live. So find that. Find that and sign up. Okay, Hero Darky Dark. Hello. Nice to see you. All right, guys. Please share out this stream. Like it when you're here. Just like it. Just press the like button, and let's have some fun. We have a brand new guest to the show today. Never been on the show before, which is awesome. So I can introduce you to new people and new people to you. So let's bring him on. Let's wait. Do we have everything is set up? I think, yeah, I'm ready. Let's have a very warm welcome for Salty. Hello.
Hello.
How are you, Salty?
I'm good. How are you, Dave?
I'm good, sir. I'm good. Before we start, I need to ask you the question that I have to ask all my guests is, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Sapporo in a frosted mug.
And what exactly is Sapporo?
Sapporo is a delicious Japanese beer. It's wonderful.
A Japanese beer.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what's the difference? What's the specific difference with English beer or American beer?
Well, I don't know what the difference would be other than it just tastes good. It's
Right.
very similar to a Belgian lager. It's basically a Pilsner. So I would say a Belgian Pilsner. In flavor, it's very similar to a Belgian Pilsner.
Right.
I'm a big lager Pilsner fan, and it's good. It's dry. It's a dry beer, but it's delicious.
Excellent.
What are you drinking?
I'm just boring. I have my cola. I'm just boring, man. I'm sorry, but it's something that we do here. All right, Salty. Let's talk about you for a moment. So we've never met before, right?
No.
So we don't really know each other. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where are you from? What do you do?
Yeah, I'm originally from Los Angeles, born and raised. Spent most of my days in Hollywood. Now I live somewhere in the southern states of the United States, mainly Tennessee. So I'm a transplant. Been here for 2 years. I worked in entertainment advertising for about a little over 20 years. Worked on video games, movies, comic book movies. Things like that, and decided that I was tired of entertainment advertising and wanted to live my 8-year-old dream of making my own comic book. So I decided to do that, and it's been a blast.
Wow. So you said you actually lived in Hollywood or around it, or?
Yeah, lived and worked in Hollywood for
You worked there?
20 some odd years. Yeah, I worked various agencies in Hollywood and Los Angeles, and again, mainly entertainment advertising.
Oh, great. Well, if you tell that to people, usually they will think that's a dream job, right?
It's you think it would be a dream job. It's soul sucking.
Yeah. Okay.
And you go in starry-eyed. You're a creative, you're an artist, and you wanna make your splash and maybe use it to like catapult to something else. And then you look one day and you're in your early 40s going, what have I done with my life? And then decide to leave Los Angeles, move to a forest in the South, and make your own comic books. That's what happens.
You live in a forest now?
I live in a forest.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I went from Hollywood to a forest in the middle of nowhere.
That's okay. That's like you craved the silence.
Yes.
So you called your book Silence Dogood also.
Yes.
You did good. So yeah, right. Okay, I saw Darkside is here. Welcome, Darkside. Gay, everybody. Why are you calling people gay, Darkside? That's weird. That's weird, sir. Alex says Japanese. Everything is good. Is this true? I don't know.
It is true, Alex. Alex.
Japan is a fascinating country. That is. And apparently they make good beer. So
they make delicious beer. My favorite Japanese beer is Kirin Ichiban. That is the best. Second best is Sapporo. I have to import the Kirin Ichiban to Tennessee because no one carries it, and I'm very disappointed.
You're a beer that tastes good, impossible. Yeah, some people don't really like beer. It's a taste that you need to learn to drink, right?
It's an acquired taste. It's true. It's not for everybody.
And Mike says, "Welcome, sweet salty."
Thank you.
Right. Japan is great. Oh, Marina's been there. Kobe beef is where it's at.
Oh yeah, Kobe beef is definitely where it's at.
Right. Okay, so you you live in the forest now. You wanted to pursue your dream of making your own comic book.
Yeah, like when you're a kid and you're into comic books, and then you start making your own comic books.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line, the dream died, I guess. Working in entertainment advertising, and then I woke up one day and was like, "What the heck am I doing with my life? This sucks. Let's go make a comic book." So then I made a comic book. I had actually tried to Silence Dogood is my comic book, by the way. It's on FundMyComic. It actually started out as a Saturday morning cartoon idea because I had sold a show to a Hollywood studio and was developing a show, not a different show, a much different show. And then after about a year of development, they decided that they didn't like the makeup of who we were as producers, meaning we just didn't belong in Hollywood anymore. So after about a year of development, they canceled the show. And then I tried to, they don't want to do a kids show. Let's do like a preteen teen show. Kind of like, I was a big fan of X-Men animated series when I was a kid. And so let's do something like that. So I developed this Silence Dogood, which is about a time traveling Benjamin Franklin, and couldn't get it picked up, pitched it around. Time travel is always hard to do, although I don't know, the longest running science fiction show is time travel. So there you go. Then decided, hey, wait, I love comic books. Why don't I just do a comic book?
Yeah.
And which freed it up. So like before, like you couldn't have guns and you couldn't have like too much violence because it was for kids. And then now it's just like opened up the whole world, and we're telling this amazing story. We go super deep, we go a little dark. And it's been a lot of fun doing it as a comic book.
Right. When you said that they basically told you that you didn't really belong or you didn't fit within Hollywood, within the scene no more. They
don't say it directly, but they've been saying it for the last like 5 years. People like me with my my beliefs and the way that I look and stuff, we don't belong anymore, right? Like Netflix is doing everything that's super different and DEI, and everyone gets recast, and European type people just aren't welcome in Hollywood anymore.
So yeah, well, you're probably one of many that got like
oh yeah,
like
for
this,
sure,
right?
Absolutely.
So you would probably expect that many people went to do things for themselves because they had to. So there's this counter movement towards Hollywood. Do you feel something like this happening within the United States?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the whole indie comic movement. I think there's a lot of people are just going independent. They're making stuff, they're making content, they're throwing it on YouTube, they're throwing it on Rumble. And I think it's great. I actually think that the closed-mindedness of Hollywood has actually been really, really good for creative people.
Yeah.
Because what it has done is it's forced us to kind of adapt and evolve and find new markets where we didn't think that we could. And honestly, it's been a motivating factor for me to just do it on my own. Like before, I was like, when I was younger, I was like, oh, I'm not good enough. I can't draw good enough. I'm not a good enough writer. I got to get better. And just kind of deciding to like, why the hell not? Like, let's just do it,
Sure.
And it's been fun, man. And like the great thing about it is like the more you do it, the better you get at it. So it's like it's basically leaving the comfort zone of Hollywood and that market that you got comfortable in, and diving into the deep end and just being like, hey, I can kind of swim. This is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, this is true. You're kind of forced to do something for yourself. And Darkseid says the word is progressive.
Yes, it is progressive.
Yeah.
It's really regressive, but you know,
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, totally Darkseid. It's progressive.
But you initially wanted to produce, or not produce, but to make a cartoon. You had this concept. You initially thought of it as this animated series,
Mhm.
and you're not the first one, by the way. I've had several guests that were planning to make movies or cartoons or whatever, didn't work out, and eventually it led them to making comic books, because you're completely free within comic books. You have no one telling you what to do, right? And this freedom. So
Well, you always have someone telling you what to do, and it's usually now the people that buy the book,
Yeah.
and they will tell you what they think. And actually, what I prefer that feedback over the feedback of some jackass executive that doesn't even know what people like or what's good, that just counts money, and I mean, they're the worst. They're the reason why all the movies suck now, right? It's all these like stuffy, like rich cat guys in a room, and they're like, we gotta do it this way. And it's like, why does everything suck? Everything is the same. It's because 5 people are making that decision for you.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah. Was it Zuby? It was Zuby. I follow this guy called Zuby, and he said something like that less than 1% of the world population makes all the entertainment that the rest consumes. Right?
Yeah.
So at some point you need to break out of that to get more variety, more actual diversity, you know.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so now you decided to make this a comic book, and you said already that you were going to change something. So it was this kids like show, and now you could put in some adult elements.
So the model was going to be like a Saturday morning type show. We weren't going to have as much violence. We it was very lighthearted. It was very much for younger kids. And then you know, when it wasn't quite working out for the show to do it as a Saturday morning show, deciding to do it as a comic book, open it up to dive, like we're in Silence Dogood, we're now diving into a futuristic world. So basically the premise of the story is it's a 19-year-old Benjamin Franklin who gets kidnapped and trapped inside a VR program that's run by an artificial intelligence that's starting to believe that it's God. And so what you have is a founding father of the United States who has all their very libertarian ideas of freedom and liberty, free speech, Second Amendment, that whole thing. And they're introduced into a world that's very dystopian, where it's a world where you'll own nothing and be happy. Everyone's pretty much living in a virtual world. And if they're not living in a virtual world, they're like super wealthy, and they're controlling the virtual world.
Right.
And that virtual world's run by an artificial intelligence that kind of decides that it's going to improve upon society and improve upon the world, and starts to even go behind the backs of the global elites to kind of manipulate and move the planet to go in a certain direction. And Ben Franklin finds himself in the middle of this world, and he decides that he's going to kick much ass. Right. So we go a little dark. It's a little bit of social commentary on the direction the planet's taking, and what basically I look at it's 1776 kicks 1984's ass.
Right. Yes. Usually I ask people where they got their inspiration, but I think this time I pretty much know. It's let's bring up your campaign and see what we're talking about. We have FundMyComic. It's on FundMyComic. Why did you put it on FundMyComic?
Now, for your European audience, it would be, you could find it on Amazon for the European audience, unless you guys want to tip me $20 for shipping, because oh my gosh, it's very expensive to ship to Europe.
Yeah.
But for people in the States, North America, FundMyComic is the place to go. If you're in Europe, Amazon is the place to go. Sorry, what was your question?
No,
Oh.
no. Shall we watch the trailer?
Absolutely. The trailer kicks much butt.
All right. Promises? All right. Here we go. Whoa. Coolness. Issue 1 is now shipping. Fantastic.
And issue 2 will be done in a couple of weeks, and then issue 3 right after that, and then we'll be shipping the graphic novel, which will be issues 1 through 3 in a soft cover and hardcover, which will be a lot of fun with a lot of extras, a lot of fun extras.
Oh wow! So this is one. Issue 2 is in the works, or is it done? Or
issue 2, script's done, pencils are done. We're now inking and coloring, and we'll be in the next couple of weeks we'll be shipping issue 2 as well.
Right. What's your role within this creative process?
So my role is I am one of the writers. I'm the kind of the lead writer. I do write it with a buddy of mine named Charles Knopf, who also was one of the writers on Iron Man Civil War run, which is pretty cool. And then I do all the art and the lettering. So I'm doing the penciling, the inking, the colors, and the letters. I hope to get enough people to get excited about this so I can hire on some additional people. I have a buddy, people probably know who, Brett R. Smith, who I'd love to hire on as a colorist. And we'll be able to do that as soon as we're able to get a couple more people really into the series.
Right.
But for right now, I'm doing it all, which is a lot of fun, but it's also a ton of work.
Yeah, a lot of work. So basically, you want to try to bring more people in to speed up the process.
Yeah. No, for sure. We actually have. I can't wait to announce it, but we have another artist who's doing the cover for issue 2. Hopefully, I'll bring him back for issue 3 for an alternate cover. So yeah, we are starting to hire additional artists to help out. But I do love. I mean, I love to draw, and so I'm always going to be involved in the art as well as the writing.
Right. Mike says Sherlock Holmes in the 21st century.
Yeah, a little bit. I definitely am a big Sherlock Holmes fan. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle is one of my favorite authors, and so there you'll see some Sherlock Holmes, you'll see some Doctor Who, and probably a couple other inspirations that I have in there.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Dr. Ino says the doctor is in. Hello, everybody. Welcome, Dr. Ino.
Hello.
Good to see you. Mike says, I like the strings music and rapid cuts. All right.
Thanks,
good.
Mike.
People enjoy the trailer. Was this part of your job within Hollywood, making trailers and stuff also?
I didn't make trailers. I mainly I worked at a company that actually made a lot of trailers. I worked with a lot of people that edited trailers. I directed some commercials, directed a lot of animation. And I was a creative director for like 12, almost 15 years. Associate creative director, art director. I made a lot of movie posters. Yeah, just
Wow.
a ton of stuff. If anyone wants to check it out, you can see my old work. You just go follow me on Twitter, at Salty Draws, and then you can just check out my bento there, and you can see what I used to do and what I do now. It was a lot of fun, but it was also soul sucking.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big change. It's a big change. It can be. Was it scary also to change things up, to start for yourself, to basically do things smaller, or was it difficult?
It was a little scary at first, but I got over it really, really fast, because I always say, you just do it, like,
Yeah.
I like to take on Yoda. There is no try, just do it. Like,
Yes.
so I was just like, why am I waiting? Let's just do it. So I just dove in the deep end, and figured it out from there. And I have a philosophy in my life and my career, which is called fail faster. So don't be afraid, don't hesitate, like, oh, you're gonna make mistakes, so just get to the mistakes, make the mistakes faster, make them as fast as you can, because the faster you make the mistakes, the more you're gonna learn, and the more the quicker you'll be able to adjust and like straighten the course. And so just fail faster, and that's the philosophy I'm taking with this. Like, issue 1, I made tons of mistakes. I probably made every mistake you could make making a comic book. It took way too long. I was way too much a perfectionist. I focused on the wrong things. Issue 2 is going way smoother. We're getting it done way faster because I made all the mistakes in issue 1. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yes. But this goes with being independent. You need to learn your so you make mistakes, and you have to take risks.
Absolutely.
From risks come
and here's
a
little TV magic for you guys. I had an empty mug, and now I have a full mug.
Wow, how did he do that? That's incredible. This is some good art, man. This is
thank you.
Love these colors.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
I had a lot of fun making it. It's definitely a passion of mine. I'm like, every panel, I think issue 2 is just going to blow issue 1 out of the water with the art, because when I was making issue 1, I still had my day job. So I was working during the day, and then come home, hang out with my wife. And then when she went to bed, work on the book. And now I'm just working on the book. So the artwork is just way better in issue 2. I can't wait for people to see it.
Great. Right. So this is the main character, Ben Franklin. I take
at 19 years old. So Ben Franklin, when he was 19, he was heading to England to secure a printing press, and he got delayed there. So basically, when he went there, the commission of the mayor of the city he was living in, I can't even remember now. I have my books over there. All my notes. I can't remember anything. That's why I take mad notes. But he was basically heading to England to secure a printing press. That fell through, and then he got stuck in England for 3 years. So what we're saying is did he get stuck in England, or was he kidnapped and trapped inside a VR program?
What sounds most plausible? Yeah. By the way, guys, the link to this campaign is pinned in the chat. It's in the description of the video. Please go check it out. And if you back, let us know. Put it in the chat so we can have a little Breaking Bad moment here. So Salty, how long did it take you to design the main character?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I went through several iterations of the character. Originally, he looked way more like Benjamin Franklin that we all know, or a little pudgy, balding, curly hair. And I decided to go with a more sexy, attractive version of him, because I wanted to kind of create a legend around a younger Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin was actually very athletic. He was a swimmer. He ended up joining the militia, kind of a badass. And so I wanted to have a guy that looked a little bit plucky, a little bit of that kind of more illustrative of his attitude and his persona. But we do harken back. We do explain why he ends up losing his hair. There's consequences for traveling through time, and one of those being is hair loss. So the more he travels through time, the more his hair kind of falls out. He was a bit of a vain guy, so we play into that. And it can't be, like me. I'm very sad that I'm bald now, but whatever. So we play a little bit with that. But yeah, that's basically kind of how it evolved. We wanted to have a little bit of that kind of like young, energetic Ben Franklin that was, the ladies' man.
Yeah, the ladies. So this gun, this weapon or whatever this is, what does it do?
So that gun actually channels lightning, and is a lightning gun, which is of Ben Franklin's own design. So there's a lot of steampunk influence in this book, and Ben Franklin, you'll see that Ben Franklin's kind of like figuring out new technology and creating things and inventing things, because he was a big time inventor. He invented the bifocal, a stove. He invented a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And so he's going to invent things in this too. He's going to invent a lightning gun because, Ben Franklin with his whole key on the kite with the lightning. So why not have a lightning gun? He's also going to invent a turkey robot, which is the name of the comic book company that publishes this, Turkey Robot Comics. So he's going to invent a turkey robot that he names Ambrose. And there's a reason why he does a turkey, is because Ben Franklin actually wanted the national bird for the United States to be a turkey, not a bald eagle, because he felt that the turkey best exemplified America, because it was very tenacious. And if you've ever hunted turkey or been around turkey or seen turkey, they're kind of crazy, and they will mess you up real fast if you corner them. And that's how he felt about the United States.
Oh, all right. Interesting. All right, you have some team members here. Mike Barron. What does Mike Barron do?
So Mike Barron's been helping me develop the story. He gives me a lot of notes. So I'll send him a script, and then he basically tells me if it sucks or if it's good, or how to improve it. So with issue 1, he took a look at what we were doing, and then just kind of gave us some feedback and some notes. So he's consulting on it for the story, so that the story's really, really good. We want this story to be even better than the art. And Mike Barron's been helping with that, and it's been awesome to learn from him and as he mentors us.
Mike had no idea that turkeys could be so vicious.
Yeah, don't ever let your dogs chase them. They'll get messed up, man. They'll get messed up. This is a splash page from within the book, I think. Yeah, I like to do splash pages.
Yeah, cool.
For sure. That's where he's falling down the time vortex for the first time.
Oh, great. So how many pages did you need to draw? How many pages is this book?
I think issue 1 is 28 pages illustrated, and issue 2 is going to be 33. I can't get it to 22. I just can't. I like to draw, and as I panel it out and thumbnail it out, each one's getting longer. I'm hoping issue 3 isn't more than 32 pages, but it might be. We'll see.
But is that related to the script? So does the script change, or do you take more time or more room for the artwork?
So we kind of write the Marvel way. So basically what we do is we don't necessarily write an outline. We write a script. The action is very like a fight happens, and then write out the dialogue. And then when we just write that, and then do like a second draft. And then from the second draft, I thumbnail everything out. And then as I go through it, I make a lot of editing in the thumbnail process to the script, and then finalize it by filling in the dialogue before. So we'll actually do the dialogue and a lot of the speech bubbles before I even start pencils, because I kind of, as I'm drawing it and as I'm seeing it, flipping through it and seeing how it reads and how it looks, I'll make most of my changes there.
Sure. Yeah. Fantastic. Let me see some more interior works. So these are some of the villains, or who else?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I would prefer people to read issue 1 because issue 1's going to be issue 2 answers a lot of questions. Issue 1
Mhm.
creates a lot of questions, and then issue 2 answers a lot of questions,
All
and then
right.
issue 3 is just basically going to be like, oh my god, because you're gonna meet some cool people in issue 3. But yeah, so this is a lot of bad guys. This is a fight scene. I'll let you guys figure out who the bad guys are and who the good guys are, but you will not. If you get the graphic novel or you get issue 2, you will not have a lot of questions by the end of it. We won't leave you hanging like other books do, and we don't use free assets or 3D assets
Uh-huh.
or AI. None of that.
Perfect. Everything is human work. So, but you draw digitally, or is this ink or is this digital?
So right now I'm drawing everything digitally because I've been digital for the last like 10 years.
Yeah.
However, after issue 3, when we go to the second graphic novel, I'm going to be going back to traditional. One of the reasons why is with the growth of AI, I want to set myself apart from digitally created stuff. So I'm gonna go back to drawing the way that I did when I first started as an 18-year-old at Disney. So I'm gonna be using that bad boy, and all the panels will be drawn and inked over there.
Wow. Yeah. I think that more artists will probably go that way. To separate yourself from
Absolutely.
what's going on or what's going to happen in the future, because people still crave real human art.
Yeah. And I think it'll be great too, because we'll sell the panels. We'll be selling a lot of the original art in the next campaigns and things like that, which will be really fun. I mean, and also I want to get my hands dirty again. Like I want to get to where my ink's all on my fingers, and my hands all dirty and stuff. So it's a lot, it's a lot more fun to draw traditionally than it's just digital. It's so fast. Like and I'm trying to like meet the deadline. I'm trying to like deliver on time, and I'm a little behind right now. And so it's like I gotta keep digital because it's like I can Command Z crap and like it's super fast.
Yeah, sure. Mike says that sounds like a satisfying 3-issue progression.
I hope so, Mike. I hope so.
Unlike too many miniseries by established publishers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to leave you hanging a little bit in issue 3. However, a lot of questions and a lot of story is being told in 3 issues for sure. Like honestly, I think one of the things that we take as inspiration is the old Marvel comic books from like the 1960s and 1970s, where you could literally get a full story in 22 pages.
Yeah.
We're doing it in 28 to 32 pages because I like to draw splash pages.
Yeah.
But you're getting that much story. It's definitely not for people that don't like to read.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. So these are some more like splash pages that you did from the book.
You see the one with with the rainbow and the mushroom. That's Ben Franklin waking up in the VR program. So the VR, one of the things that we're doing in the book is the future is going to look vastly different artistically than the VR program than when they go back in time. So you'll know where you're at in the book as you read along, as you read it, because the art is so stylistically different. We're using color as a vehicle to kind of let you know where you're at. Right.
Yeah, it's very colorful. I love this shot here, the center shot with the silhouettes.
Yeah, that's heavily influenced from Blade Runner. A lot of people probably you'll definitely find Easter eggs with this book. There's some definitely heavy influences on me over my life, and Fallout would be one of them. Blade Runner. There's a bunch of little Easter eggs in there too.
Alex has nice colors.
Thanks, Alec.
So who is the cowboy character?
The cowboy character name is Nash. He is the embodiment of that good old fashioned American spirit of gumption and doing good, doing the right thing, but doing it with a little bit of extra flair. Only, obnoxiously American.
Right. Gumption doesn't mean like boldness, being
Yeah,
bold.
it's like boldness. It's like wit and
yeah, daring.
gumption. Yeah, he's just good old fashioned. It's how America used to be before we got stupid.
Yeah. Right, cool. You have some cute robots here.
Yeah. So that's probably where the Fallout inspiration comes from. So the robots actually have like they're designed after 1960s television screens mixed with 1960s cameras mixed with 1960s Isaac Asimov type robotics, and the screens actually have they have these faces that are very reminiscent of our emojis, and that's how the robots are like they're what they're doing. What they're trying to communicate emotionally to humans, so they flash up emojis on the screen. It's ridiculous. The book is a bit ridiculous.
And then they blast you to bits, like Ed from RoboCop, right?
Yeah,
Smiley face, and then they blast you. Yeah.
Or if you ever saw the movie Disney's Black Hole, like those robots, they're super evil.
Okay, looks nice. Guys, please share this campaign. So the link is pinned in the chat. It's in the description of the video. Share it out. Talk about it.
Or if you're in Europe, go on Amazon and just search Silence Dogood. So do you know about the name Silence Dogood?
No.
So Silence Dogood actually was the pen name. So when Ben Franklin was about 16 years old, he wrote as a 60-year-old widow named Silence Dogood for his brother's newspaper, and he actually was sneaking the letters. So what he was doing, it basically was a Dear Abby type thing. Dear Abby was basically someone would write a letter, sent it into the newspaper, and then Dear Abby would give some advice. So Silence Dogood was a 60-year-old widow who would give advice to people in the neighborhood, and then also kind of call out people in the neighborhood and talk a little trash. So Ben Franklin was doing this as a 16-year-old, and he was doing it so convincingly that his brother didn't know that it was him. He thought it was a 60-year-old widow, and he actually would use the article in the newspaper to troll people in the town as well. So Ben Franklin is our earliest known internet troll before the internet or even trolling was a thing. He was doing it in his brother's newspaper as Silence Dogood.
Silence Dogood. It's a fantastic name for a comic also. So yeah,
it worked out.
It worked out, man. Fantastic. You have 24 backers here. You are over the goal. That's great. Let's see what you're offering. You have $13 for the book. 30 full page printed on high quality paper.
We did $13 for the book because there was 13 colonies for when the United States decided to
really
declare independence from England.
Sure.
That, and it's a lot of pages. So each issue comes with a history lesson as well. So my father is a historian, and he writes. Really helps. Yeah, he writes an American history lesson. So it's about like a 4th grade level, 5th grade level, 3-paragraph history lesson of American history. Each issue will have one of those history lessons in there. So that's a bonus. And we add in a lot of stuff. Like we put sketch art in there. There's an alternate cover that I commissioned an artist for, a young girl in Florida who's a great artist. She did an alternate cover that's on the back cover of this. So we're always trying to put in like a little bit of extra, so it's not just a story, but there's some fun in there as well.
All right. So you made this variant cover, but you decided to not make like 2 books, but just put them together with one book?
We probably are going to do a lot more special type things as we
Mhm.
grow the audience and when we release the graphic novels, because these are really written as a graphic novel. We're just breaking it up as issues so we can kind of like
Oh yeah,
produce them faster
sure.
and generate more more of an audience.
Okay. So how do you know where you can break up the story, where it's good to like put this cliffhanger?
Always at a cliffhanger.
Sure, right.
You know, there's always when you're writing a script, there's always, it's either you either do, you know, something happened, so then this happened, or you do something happened, but then this happened. We always end it at a but then, like right before the but and the then. That's
Uh-huh.
where we end it, and that's how we know we have our issue. Because really, the way that we write it is it's a graphic novel. That's the way that it. I hope people will, you know, want to come back for issue 2, want to come back for issue 3, because honestly, it's going to be like the first movie of a trilogy, issues 1 through 3.
Yeah, sure. Great. Excellent. You have the signed edition. For 25, you get a signed copy.
Signed with a really awesome metallic paint marker.
Oh, cool. That is cool. You even left room for it on the design of the cover. That's clever, huh?
Kind of worked out that way. I didn't do it on purpose, but I was
like, you did it?
This is a really great spot for it. So
yeah,
that's where it gets signed.
It's perfect. And for $100, you get a retailer tier 10 copies. All right. Great. You already sold that. All right. Great. That's nice, simple campaign. That's good. That's the way we want it. We have 24 backers right now. Let's refresh. Let's see if someone backed. You never know. If not, just keep
oh, come on, people.
Just keep sharing.
Wah, wah,
no worries.
Wah.
You are funded, right? So you are.
Yeah. And we did an Indiegogo for the graphic novel for all 3 issues, and that raised $14,000. And so we're producing that, and that delivers at the end of March.
Oh, wait. So on Indiegogo, you have one for all 3 books, and you're delivering them in March?
Yeah. Hopefully at the end of March. We might be a little late. It might be more like April, just because I've made a lot of mistakes with issue 1. But yeah, so definitely we're working very hard on delivering that.
Wow.
And then we're going to do a second Indiegogo and FundMyComic, where we'll be basically using FundMyComic as a storefront for the graphic novel. So that'll be good. And then right when we're shipping the first graphic novel, we're going to start on the next one. I'm not stopping.
No, not stopping. So
no, we have an outline. We essentially have an outline for I think it's on like 25 issues. So several graphic novels that we've already outlined. So we're just going.
Oh wow! Oh, with the same title, so different.
Same title, same characters. There's a story that we want to tell, and that's been outlined out, and we're writing it now.
Yeah. Okay, so this story is like part of this even bigger story.
Yep.
People can keep on reading. Fantastic, yep. Fantastic. All right, let's stop the screen. Excellent, man. It looks great. So if people want to, they can follow you on X at Salty Draws. They can, they can see the progression, stuff like that. You have a YouTube channel also?
I have a YouTube channel. I start streaming in March. So you can just find me on there, Salty or Turkey Robot Comics. We'll start. We're going to start streaming in March. I'm actually going to be starting my own stream, because apparently that's what you have to do if you want to sell comic books. You got to become a YouTuber. I never wanted to be in front of the camera. I always wanted to be the guy behind the guy, but I want to sell my books. So now apparently I got to be like doing this, and then I got to do my own stream. So I'm going to be like you, Dave. I'm going to do my own stream, and then I'm going to ask you, I'm going to beg you, come on to my stream. And then we'll talk about Perfect 10, because, oh my God, the artwork in Perfect 10 is so good.
Oh, thank you so much.
So good, dude.
It's a
Oh,
perfect segue. Perfect segue. To talk a little bit to finish things off, guys. Let's show you a little bit about this campaign. We're still in demand for a few more days. I'm not sure, because we're in fulfillment. So all the books are basically going out there, and once we have to finish this. We have to close it before we start this new campaign. I do not want to do multiple campaigns simultaneously. So you can still back it. So check it out. We have two different covers for you. We have cover A, we have cover B. We have a back cover by the legendary Mike Bowden. And you can see some work here. It's lettered by Joel Saavedra. It's quality work, guys. We're at issue 4.
Artwork looks so good.
I know, right? It's
wow.
Paul Rodriguez, Daniel Rodriguez. They did the artwork. I did the writing. It's the same creative team from issue 1. We're in this for the long haul. So, we can only do this because of you guys, because of the backers. Without you, we can't do this. So thank you so much for making this happen. You guys make this happen. So thank you so much. If you back, by the way, you get this free art book, which is absolutely crazy. It's costing us money, guys. This is costing us money, but you can profit from it. You can benefit from it. Just grab this. You have art from Corey Barton, from Elliot Rodriguez, from Jim Jimenez. There are a lot of cool artists here. This is no longer available, unfortunately. And you get some free cards. So get on this right now. The link to this is also in the description of the video. Please share it out. Stop the screen. Salty, I want to thank you, sir, for being my guest today and showing us your campaign.
Thank you, Dave. I really appreciate you bringing me on. A drink with Brink is awesome.
Thank you. And have fun today with the Super Bowl.
I will.
And special thanks to the chat for everyone who showed up, who watched us. If you're watching from the replay, thank you so much. If you liked this conversation, give it a like. If you didn't like the conversation, give it a dislike. And I'm very sorry. I will be back next week, same time, same channel, new guest. Hope to see you guys then. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.
Thanks.